Desperate times calls for desperate measures, am I right? Just how far would you go to remain in the Hollywood spotlight? I don't know about you, but today on Beyond the Screen, we're gonna check out another 10 celebs who went to extreme lengths to keep that spotlight on them. I'm your host, Josh Bedard. Thanks for coming back. You can find us outside of YouTube. Our social media links are down below, and make sure you hang out with me until the end because we run a blooper reel and we do some common features at the end of every video. So you do not want to miss out on that. But for now, let's just get right into it. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Kylie Jenner. She is the youngest one of the Kardashian Jenner gang, and for years she has been the butt of a joke, with people saying she is famous for nothing. Well, they kind of all get that joke. Her sisters have their own products and companies, and one of them is a world famous model, so she was kind of just there. She didn't really have like a niche. So many people claim that's why she came out with her skin line, which people thought was kind of random, seeing as her sister Kendall is actually the one with acne and partnered with Proactive. Kylie's skin was hella successful though. Forbes named her the youngest self-made billionaire in the entire world, which many people still argue isn't self-made because of her family name. But regardless, even if her skincare was her desperate attempt at staying relevant, it worked. Moving on to number 9 is Snooki. Her real name is Nicole Palizzi, but she got her nickname after starring on the MTV reality show Jersey Shore. The show skyrocketed her into fame, but once the series ended after 6 seasons, people didn't know where exactly she would fit in Hollywood or any of the other cast members. So she pretty much tried everything. She did a spin-off series with her BFF co-star JWoww, which didn't last very long. Then she went and competed on Dancing with the Stars, God bless, and then she wrote a tell-all book. Then she also created her own business called The Snooki Shop. And guess what? 9 years later, she returned for the reboot of Jersey Shore. But then after 3 seasons, announced that she would be quitting for good. So what does she do now? She actually created a podcast with her best friend Joey. I love the girl. I think she's a riot, but I totally get that it's hard to separate her from the shore. Next up at number 8 is Michael Phelps. The swimmer won a record of 28 medals throughout his Olympic career, but we could never forget the stint in 2009 that stripped him from all of his fame. Sponsors started dropping him left and right after video footage showed him hitting a bong like he was some college student at a frat party. It was clear that his career was going downhill after that. So what could he do to try and remain in the spotlight? Race a shark, of course. Phelps signed up to take part in the Discovery Channel's annual Shark Week festivities, starring in a production called Phelps vs. Shark, Great Gold vs. Great White. They hyped it up as if he was going to be racing like side by side by a shark in a 100-meter dash, but instead he faced off against a CGI replica. People were pretty mad, not gonna lie. It was a pretty underwhelming experience. I don't blame them. Sliding to our number 7 spot is Leah Remini. She's mostly known for her role on the TV series King of Queens and also for being one of the hosts on The Talk. But in 2012 she was fired from her hosting position and quickly replaced. All the drama flooded the headlines, claiming that she was fired because she had feuds on set with Sharon Osbourne, who apparently held the power over the other hosts. That is her holding the power. It looked like her career was taking a hit, which many people say is the reason she decided to come forward out of nowhere and publicly expose the entire Church of Scientology. What better way to get interviews than give us all the dirty details on the very controversial religion, which she was a part of for years. She released an entire documentary, 3 seasons, called Leah Remini, Scientology and the Aftermath. Some may call it desperate. I call it genius. Taking over number 6 is Cisco. Back in 1999, some people would call him a legend for releasing a smash hit thong song. I mean, some people still might, depending on your taste in music. This could still be one of your jams. No judgment. His whole career basically came from that song. He did dabble in acting, but it didn't work out too well. Let's have a moment of silence for the time that we saw him in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Season 6, Episode 1, if you want to relive that moment. Since his acting career didn't flourish into something great like he had hoped, when he tried to make a comeback move, all he could come up with was a remake. In 2017, he did a remake of Thong Song, except it wasn't a remake at all. It was the exact same thing, just with a 40-year-old man singing it this time. Still a good jam though, can't take that from him. Halfway through at number 5 is Joey Fatone. He was once taken over the world as one of the NSYNC band members, but after the group split up, he had to figure out where his career would go next. He lost a bit of his fame when the boy band era wasn't as bumpin', so he turned to reality TV in the meantime. He hosted the Food Network show called Rewrapped, was the announcer on Family Feud, and also starred on a season of Dancing with the Stars. Shocking! It's what everyone does. He's been all over reality TV in the past few years, which kind of makes it seem like he's just trying to stay relevant. I mean, NSYNC will always hold a special place in my heart, so he can host and dance and do whatever he wants. I'm cool with it. Here now, our number 4 is Donald Trump. I hate to be the one to say, you guys, but what better way to stay in the spotlight than to run for president? I mean, that is like the top of the tier of things you could do to stay relevant. And very relevant. Like, the most relevant. But of course, this is a big debate based on personal opinion. Some Trump supporters will say he had a genuine interest and ran because he was passionate about making changes, while others will say he's been itching for attention for decades. Now, we all know he is a businessman and money probably has nothing to do with it, like he's pretty good in that department. So, could it be fame? Is that the real reason the Apprentice reality star is now the leading man of the United States? What do you think? That still feels like so weird to say. Here now at number 3 is Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag. You know you're desperate for fame when you make up your own hashtag and beg your followers to use it. Hashtag make Spidey famous again. They were once incredibly famous and rich after starring on the MTV series The Hills. But after the series ended, they went broke and couldn't find a place in the limelight. But boy did they try. Heidi underwent 10 plastic surgery procedures in one day to completely give herself a brand new look, and later started releasing new singles in hopes to become the next big pop star. But remember the hashtag I told you they started? There is more to that. They actually took the hashtag and used it as the podcast they recently created. That is right, their podcast is called Make Spidey Famous Again, and you can catch the episodes on their YouTube channel, The Pratts. In spot number 2 is Kim Kardashian. She might take the cake on this one, you guys. I don't think anything defines extreme lengths better than making a sex tape, and then releasing it on your own, and then pretending like it was leaked. You might hate her, but there was a method to her madness. Her infamous sex tape has been an ongoing joke for years now. Even Kim makes fun of it, saying that her sisters should thank her because her sex tape made them all famous. Before her sex tape, they were actually known because of their father, Robert Kardashian, who was O.J. Simpson's friend and defense attorney during the murder trial. And then they got their own reality show called Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But they knew that they needed more than that, so Kim stepped up to the plate and made a sex tape. Which one of my sisters is gonna step up and make that happen for us? That's what I want to know, cause it ain't me. Girls, who's it gonna be? Taking over number 1 is Morton Downey Jr. For the younger generation, no, he has no relationship to Robert Downey Jr. He is famously known for creating the trash TV format with his program The Morton Downey Jr. Show. We can basically thank him for giving us trash TV. But his show ratings started to plummet at one point in time, and he was desperate to save his career, so he devised this crazy plan. Seriously, this story is nuts. Apparently, he claimed to be attacked by Nazis who hated his show. He came running out of the San Francisco airport with his head half shaved and a swastika painted on his face, screaming that he was attacked in the bathroom. The police didn't find anyone in the bathroom when they investigated, obviously, but one thing they did notice was that his swastika was backwards. You know, as if someone painted it on themselves in a mirror. Let me know what you guys think about our part 2 list. Chat with me in the comments. I'll try to answer as many of you as I can, but for now I'm gonna respond to some comments from some of my other videos. Sammy A says, wow, Ellie Goulding looks so different with the pillow lips. I've honestly never heard someone refer to lip injections as pillow lips. That's funny. She's still pretty though. A. Martinez says, bodily fluids are just ick and a no-go. I don't know why you're talking about bodily fluids. I was never talking about bodily fluids in my list. Playwright A. Singh says, you're the cat's meow on this segment. Is it bad that I actually don't know what the cat's meow means? I don't understand that. Greg McDonald says, I see Hollywood in your future. Sincere. Ooh, I mean, what else do you see in my future? I would love to know. Let me know. Alright guys, that's all I have for you. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also keep watching more of our videos. Just stay on the screen. But for now, enjoy the bloopers. I'm freaking starving. Ugh. Go, let's just get started. Who would waste their time watching that?